Hi everyone, welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is animal messages, how it helps your healing journey.
Welcome to the Light, Hope, and Healing podcast, where we discuss why you have stress, anxiety, pain, illness, and how to heal from it. I am your host, Tracy Gohrick. My background is a healing coach, energy healer, spiritual mentor, intuitive, and channel.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is animal messages, how it helps your healing journey. So this one, it's such an amazing thing when you start really paying attention in your life to what's going on around you and really living in the moment. Then you're going to notice that you are being spoken to by animals, by God's source, through the animals, through the plants, through whatever is going on around you, even people, okay? You might even be given messages to give other people. So it's about starting to be in the moment so you can see when these messages come in to help you, okay? Now, I can't say I was always in the moment when they came in sometimes, but it's about watching and paying attention. So it's about really seeing what's going around you rather than just being in the crap and just have your head down and not looking at life that's going on around you. And you will see these messages come for you. So some of these I'm going to share that happened to me were quite obvious and you couldn't miss it. And so I think we all fall into it. And so God, the universe was like, here, it's right here. We're going to force you to see it. And then since this one happened, I've had several more happen to me that are all just cool, fun experiences to have when you really can see what life has to show you and how things are put in your path to help you and to give you messages, to give you hope, to give you joy, to give you an remembering of what is here for us, right? It can be beautiful. And it's about remembering that it can be beautiful and remembering that we do have experiences here and some of them bring us down, but there is always hope and joy for us. All right. So the first one I want to talk to you about, and I've been getting, and everybody gets them, animal messages, but I've been getting them for a long time. But once I got on the spiritual path, I started really paying attention to them, And you can say, oh, well, like, for example, like I have hummingbirds every day. I can't take that as a sign, a message, because I see hummingbirds. But when the hummingbird flies over and is right in front of my face, then I can take that as a message. Now, some of them that I'm going to share with you are just seeing some kind of bird, but it's not, it's an exceptional bird, a bird you don't see that often, right? Because even like dove, so that's where you really need to be in the moment and really being paying attention to your surroundings, because if a dove comes up really close to you, there's probably a message there. Now, one time years ago, there was a black widow and it was out in the middle of the day on my door. And that was a sign because they're not usually out in the middle of the day. And I was just meant to see it. Okay. So there's a way to discern a little bit if it was a message for you, or just take it as a message. Even if you see a lot of hummingbirds, look up hummingbirds. Now, one way to understand these messages is to look online and just look up spiritual meaning of hummingbird or spiritual meaning of a dove, whatever it is that you see. Okay, because you could even horses. There's just anything you can think of. Look up spiritual meaning of, and it'll give you a message and see if it resonates with you. Maybe it won't. All of them have resonated with me. And so I just take it for what it is. So my first example is a little while ago, I was going out to sit in the sun and I was going out to this one specific lawn chair and I was going to move it. Under the specific lawn chair, because there's two of them right next to each other, the one I was going for, there was this big snake underneath it, a huge snake underneath it. I couldn't believe it. Now, it scared me. It scared the crap out of me, but I just calmed myself down. I got my husband. He came and got the chair for me and moved it out. We just left the snake alone because it wasn't a snake that was going to hurt us, but it was a big snake. And it was sitting there facing me, all strung out into the long lawn chair. It was a lounge one. And it was right underneath that, just facing me. So we took the other chair, not the one I was going to take, and moved it. And I went and laid in that. And I just watched it for a while. And it just sat there and sat there for a while. And then it kind of just left, snaked on away. And it disappeared because we have, it went by, I can't, we have a basement, so we have a railing on that part because it is down. It's not straight out because we have the basement, but we dug out an area so it's open to bring in light into the basement. And it went that way where there was nowhere to go except down. So it all of a sudden disappeared, and I went and looked, and it was nowhere to be found. Now, I'm not saying it just disappeared. It disappeared from me. And the point of me telling you this is it gave me the message, and then it left. It literally left. And when I think about it, I get a little bit emotional because that was such a cool thing that it was sitting there for me to give me this message, and then it left once it gave me the message. So, and look up snake if you want to see. I can't remember it right now, but it's something in my life about me needing to change my perspective on things and knowing that I can manifest this life that I want because I was struggling at the time. And it was something along the lines of that the message was, and it was what I needed at that time. And it was such an amazing thing that happened. And that's how we need to look at life and see these amazing things and know that they're there for us, because when we see them and we remember and understand that it is amazing and we're being shown things, we're not here floundering like we feel. Because let me tell you, sometimes I feel like I'm floundering, and I'll say, God, I feel like we're all floundering down here. Can we have some help? And a lot of times when I do that, I'll get a message like that, like the snake. So that was one example. The next one, I was sitting here, I was just, this wasn't too long ago. The snake's been a little while. And I was kind of really sad, and I was just really sad. And I was thinking I had seen something, a video of something, and I was like, oh, please let this be true, what this video was. And I'm not going to go into detail about that at the moment. Maybe eventually I'll bring it out if something happens that's true with this video. I'm like, please let's just let this be true. And I looked, I looked out my window, and there was this red bird. And we do get them every so often here. But it was this red bird just sitting right in my line of sight, clear as day for me to see. And I wanted to go get a video because I do my grateful videos. I was trying to go get out and get a video, and I walked out and it had disappeared before I could get it. So again, it gave me the message and then left. So it's about looking for these things in your life so you can get the messages that will help you with your plan, with your healing. It helps lift you up, help show you what's happening in your life, or to give you hope. Even just seeing these things would just give you hope. A red bird, that's pretty cool, right? So finally, this one happened just yesterday, and I was getting in the pool and I was getting on my float, and this butterfly just kind of flittered right here in front of me. It came to this close to me. I don't know if you could see, this close to me. And it just sat there for a minute flittering around me, and then it went off. And what a beautiful message that was. I can't remember what the message was, but you can look up the spiritual meaning of the butterfly. But it was something that was fit for that moment that I needed to hear. So just look for these beautiful things that can show up in your life to give you messages. And you can just look it up online. Like I said, look up spiritual meaning of whatever animal or insect it is to give you that message. Because we are being spoken to, we're being shown every day different things in our life to help us. to help us on this journey that's here that at times feels difficult. But we have these tools or things that we're given in our life to help us get through it. All right? So that's what I've got for today. Hi everyone, I wanted to talk real quick about the sponsor of this video. It's the Lifewave X39 patches. I don't recommend very many things, but when I do, it's something that I really love. And this is something that I really love. Me, my husband, and my mom have been on it for about 9 months now. And here are some of the benefits we've had. I have had more energy. I recover quicker from injuries. Like I'll just kind of tweak my knee or, my elbow or something, and it'll feel better by the next day. It just heals much quicker being on these patches. My hair is thicker. I went and got my hair cut the other day, and my son told me that my hair is much thicker than it has because he's the one that cuts my hair. And I just feel more at peace and less stress since being on these. And also there was a mole on my face that disappeared from it. And so many things can happen for you. So for my mom, who's 80, she has more energy. She doesn't need to take naps anymore in the afternoon, which is what she would always fall asleep in the later afternoon. And she no longer needs to or does take naps. It's not that she just would fall asleep because she'd be sitting there watching TV or something. And she no longer takes the naps. One thing we noticed is she had a cut on her finger right when we first started to put the patches on, and it was healed the next day. So she recovers more quickly. Bruises were going away more quickly for her. And also a new one is the doctor is taking her off some of her medication because her levels were very good. So that's another amazing thing that's happened for my mom. And then for my husband, he has more energy. He used to also fall asleep in the afternoon on the couch, and he no longer does that. He's just full of energy again. Right after starting the patches, it was like a week, he popped his shoulder out out of socket. And so he, got it back in, and like, it's so painful. I don't know if you've ever had that happen, but he couldn't even lift his arm this far, from after it happened. But the next day he was able to lift it halfway up, and the day after that he was able to lift it all the way up. It was amazing. He has done it so many times, and he was never able to recover that quickly from an injury at all. And he's more calm and less stressed. So those are the amazing benefits. And so here's what it looks like. I'm going to show you real quickly. It is a little dot that you just put on the back of your neck. Have it on the back of my neck right now, so you can see it there. And you just wear it for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. It's amazing. I love it. And if you want to know any more information about it, the links are in the description below. If you have any questions, reach out. If you want to purchase it, the links are in below. Again, if you have questions, just reach out to me. My email or any contact information is in the description below. So check it out. It's been amazing for me and my husband and my mom and some of my friends and clients too. Go do something you love. Every day, do something you love, whether it's sing, dance, run around the yard. Just do something you love every day. And then every day, do self-care. Do at least one self-care, whether it's pray, meditate, drink tea, Epsom salt bath. Do at least one thing of self-care. And then look for the good in everything. Look for the good in everyone. And when you see something in someone that stands out to you, say it to them. And finally, write 10 things you're grateful for. Do these things, and I promise you're going to see a difference in your life. So that's what I have for today. I love you all, and I will see you soon. Bye.